Hi there, my name is Jessica Rodriguez, and I wanted to share a little bit of my testimony with you and my experience of the power of prayer. On October 5th, my daughter took a fall from her bike and suffered a head injury. And at that moment, we didn't really know what to expect because she passed out, she turned purple and blue, she curled in and went unconscious. I immediately called 911, and after calling 911, I called Pastor Tina right away. And I told her that Elle had had an accident and I didn't know what was going to happen next. Pastor Tina immediately got Pastor Rich on the phone and they started praying over Elle. Shortly after they finished praying over Elle, fire rescue arrived. And once fire rescue arrived, Elle started to decline. She became semi-conscious, and once we got to the hospital, she became fully unconscious. She eventually stopped breathing, and once she was being intubated, Pastor Rich and Pastor Tina had arrived at the hospital. Pastor Rich had started praying over Elle, and shortly after he finished praying over Elle, I surrendered Elle to the Lord, which was something that I was struggling with. I immediately raised my hands up, and I told the Lord that she belonged to Him and that He could do whatever He wanted with her. And at that moment, I felt a peace that surpasses all kind of understanding, something that I can't explain till this day. While we were in the hospital, we experienced, a few different scares, but my church community reached out to me and they began a 24-hour prayer chain for our daughter. And 16 hours into that prayer, we experienced a miracle. And Elle became conscious and started breathing on her own, and they removed her tubes. And once they made that smooth transition, everything was okay. My biggest moment was the fact that my community, my church community, was there for me the entire time. They never left. And even after we left that week of being in the hospital, they were still reaching out to us, still praying for her, still seeing how she was doing. But what moved me the most was the power of prayer, the 24-hour chain prayer that they started for Elle. From the moment that they heard of our sound, they moved to where our sound was. I really felt peace, and I had so much faith in the Lord, and He brought her through this. And she will tell you herself that God saved her, and she is here today because of God. And I just, I'm grateful for our pastors. I'm grateful for our church community, because at the end of the day, they moved to wherever the sound was. They came together. They prayed for Elle for 24 hours straight, lifted her up in prayer, and we are here today because of that.